Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Leora and I'm here to help individuals discover and reveal their light within. This week's energy, March 3rd through the 9th, is a very interesting energy. We have the opportunity this week to cancel our karmic debt. And I bring you guys this, the energy starts really on Sunday, so on the 3rd of March. And I bring you guys a couple days later, like on Tuesdays usually, because I don't look at the weekly energy myself. I like to feel into it and embrace it and be led by it. And then I'll look into it and it always shocks me every time. A couple days beforehand, coming into the energy, that was the topic in my partnership, or that was the dreams I was having. And this time it was really interesting. So our karmic debt, what does that mean? It means what we bring from our last life that we're here to correct. It's our correction basically. And it's our wounds, our fears, our restrictions. We have the opportunity to transform that. That's our whole purpose of being here, is to transform those things within us. Those wounds, those fears, those restrictions. And this week's energy, the cosmic energy, is fully behind us to do this. And the reason I found it so interesting was because I have different methods that I use to connect to my higher self, to connect to the universe, to ask questions, and during meditation, going in the cold water, and I also use a method called the 72 names of God. Now, the 72 names of God are not like a name like Bob, Mary. It's a code. It's a code we find in the Bible. And it's referring to, the 72 names of God refers to the Bible story where Moses and the Israelites are standing before the Red Sea. Pharaoh's army is behind them and they think they're going to perish. And Moses cries out to God and says, do something. And God says, why are you crying out to me? So it gives us a hint that we have the answers that we need. We are co-creators, so everything we need, we have within us. If we have the question, then we have the answer. If we have the problem, the solution is right there. And that's what a creator does. A co-creator recognizes his or her power. We recognize that we're mighty, and that we're supposed to be, that we're not supposed to be kept small in this world, but we're supposed to be here to make a difference. We're supposed to be here co-creating. So Moses cries out to God, and God says, why are you crying out to me? You have everything you need. And it was interesting because he used basically the code, the Bible code, the 72 names of God, is to achieve a mind over matter. So here you have a sea in front of you, the Red Sea, and we now have to use our spirit, our mind, to bend this matter in a way that it's not naturally bent to. And so he uses the 72 names of God. He also, the Bible story goes further to tell us how they also went into action. They stepped into the Red Sea and went further and further until the tip of their nose was just, able to get breath. And then the sea parts. So there is an action. There is a certainty that we need to have on our journey. And then there's an action we need to take. And so using the 72 names of God. I think it was maybe Saturday or Friday. I was asking my higher self why I was having pain in my body. Usually pain is a mirror to show us which one of the chakras is out of balance. And then we can use affirmations, yoga poses, and different methods to balance that out again. But this pain in my body was not corresponding to anything that was out of balance. And so I was a little confused. And I went to my higher self and I asked, what's going on? And I had this impression that it's karmic, that the pain in my body was due to karmic, something karmic in my life, in my past life. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I deal with that now? Great. I don't even know what it is. And so I went to my 72 names of God. Mind you, there are 72 of these cards, and I shuffled them and 2 fell out. And I'm going to read you the 2 that fell out because I don't believe in coincidences. I've had too many things in my life that just line up perfectly that you can't say it's coincidences anymore. It's guidance, it's divine guidance. So the first one that fell out, now these are in German, so I'm going to read from my computer since I have it in English as well. So, okay, so the letters, the Hebrew, those are Hebrew letters, and that's a code. The 3 letters are a code of one of the 72 names of God. And this one's the card number 1, and it means time travel, return to creation. And the meditation for this card is, I awaken remorse in my heart for my prior misdeeds. By concentrating on this name, I now uproot the negative seeds that I've already planted in my mind, and in doing so, I transform my vision of my past, reshape my present, and create a future full of joy and fulfillment. Okay, I was like, okay. And then I pulled a second card. Number 51. Okay. This one means, here, see if you see it, means no guilt. And the meditation for it is, I recall negative deeds from my past. I reflect on some of my more unpleasant traits. I feel the pain that I have caused others. I ask the light to eradicate all my negative attributes. The force called repentance spiritually repairs my past sins and diminishes the dark side of my nature. Then I start having dreams. I started having dreams of my past lives and the things I had done in my past lives. And they weren't pretty, but my soul was recalling those things. And with those dreams and with that knowledge, I've had 3 different people tell me I have a really heavy karma. So when I went through those dreams and saw what they were trying to tell me and saw what I did in past lives, it was shocking. But then I felt the mercy of the universe, the mercy of the Creator. But seeing what this, last night when I read up on what this week's energy was. And everything just goes hand in hand, like a puzzle fitting perfectly together. And I want to encourage each and every one of you. Yes, there are things we've done in our past. We do have a cosmic plan for our soul. Cosmic plan for our soul does not mean everything is predetermined. We have a birth chart. We have an astrological birth chart. And the thing with Kabbalistic astrology, the difference between Western astrology and Kabbalistic astrology is that Kabbalistic astrology, we're taught that yes, this is the energy you came into this world with. Yes, this is your birth plan, but you're not supposed to stick with it. This is your karma. This is everything that you came in your life with. This is what you're supposed to repair. It's all, we can read it in the stars. It's actually quite amazing. But we are meant to rise above our birth plan. So that means that yes, we have some things that are karmic, maybe as sickness and illness to help our body cleanse, but it doesn't have to happen, or it doesn't have to come into play if we're already cleansing and repenting and doing our inner work. The universe doesn't have to, use that piece of your birth plan to come into play. And that's what's so beautiful about it. We have free choice. We just have to be conscious of what our birth plan says and work with it. Say, okay, now I can understand and see why these things have maybe happened in my life. I can understand why I react like this and that, but I'm going to be proactive and I'm going to choose who I want to be. I'm going to create myself. And that's discovering the light within and recreating yourself through that light, through that power. Each and every one of us has this ability within us. So take this opportunity this week. And really, these are very timeless teachings. We do have the cosmic energy, the universe behind us this week to make it easier, but we can apply these teachings all year round. So take this opportunity and make the changes. Ask your higher self, what are some past deeds? If you haven't gotten the 72 names of God yet to use, I would suggest getting them. They've been a blessing to me. And the universe speaks through nature, speaks through animals, speaks through situations. The universe is constantly speaking. But it's just like in the story of Isaiah. The universe is a soft whisper. So are we listening?